a few minutes away from our 6:45 preliminary start time. Now is a great moment to check out the Outside Groove Diner over at Turn 2 near the Go-Kart Center. Also tonight, we have our kids free go-kart race. So if you have any kids, please register before the main event so you can get them out there in the go-kart tonight for free. Again, my name is JP Tomaszewski, and I'll be with you in a few moments.
One of the things we want to show off at Grand Bend Speedway is our amazing karting program that runs during the weeks. It introduces thousands of people to motorsports here in Ontario, up here at Grand Bend, and we've got tons and tons of karts. It's open from noon to 5 during the week. Always a ton of fun. If you've never had a chance to come out to Grand Bend Speedway and run the karts, you can see we're ready to accommodate large groups of people. We've got a lot of them. We've also got double rider karts available for kids and families. So Grand Bend Speedway go-karts, lots of fun during the week, and of course plenty of action on Saturday nights with the local racing program. So one of the innovations at Grand Bend Speedway and at many short tracks all over the world are these transponders on the vehicle. So the transponder, these radio transponders are mounted to each vehicle. This is on the 67 Olivia Curtis. And I'm just going to pull it out here so we can get a real good look at it here. So they're actually radio transponders. They send a radio signal, emit a radio signal that then is picked up by a cable down on the track surface. When the cable receives a signal, it recognizes which transponder it is. We have that keyed then, of course, to the vehicle number and then the driver's name. And so then up top, we are able to see the running order. We're able to see lap times. And then also really cool, we plug that into the computer upstairs, and we're able to broadcast that out through software like Race Monitor and My Race Pass, and the drivers are actually able to check their own lap times, not while they're driving, hopefully, but certainly from the pits, their crew can check it. And then all that's really required, it's got to have a clear path to the racetrack. So this transponder here, if it was mounted, say, back over top of the engine or something like that, it's not going to work very well. But as long as it has a clear line of sight to the racetrack, when we are up top, we're able to keep track of where this number 67 is on the speedway. The same scoring transponders are used in all the race cars. So whether it's a V8 Sprint, a late model, whether it's an Outlaw Sprint, or one of the youth micro sprints, same scoring transponder, accurate lap times, gives the drivers and the crews a lot of great information. And also the folks following along at home, if they're watching on the checkerflagmedia.com feed, we can see, of course, the running order. But, of course, seeing those lap times, which drivers are picking up speed, which driver just ran their fastest lap. All of this gives crew and fans a lot more information on what's going on the track. At the track tonight was Ethan Sidomaneas. Ethan, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How did you get involved in racing, Ethan?
I'm friends with Mike Beneteau, and I've been working in the pit crew here for the last 4 years or so, and we got another kart going, and he asked me if I wanted to hop in it, so here I am.
Now, before we got on microphone, you were saying, going on this camera, this is a bit scary. It's like, I think what you guys do is what needs the courage. Do you feel courageous tonight?
A little bit. I mean, I'm just not used to all the cameras and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and a little nervous out there, but I'm slowly getting more comfortable.
So walk us through, when you're driving around one of these Outlaw sprints at Grand Bend Speedway, you were on the crew, now you're behind the wheel. Is it different than you thought it would be?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a lot more fast-paced, and taking those corners, it's no joke.
Who do you want to thank for putting you in the seat this season?
Of course, Mike Beneteau right here. He's the man that runs the show, and if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be here racing this, and yeah, well, it's good to be out here.
That's Ethan Sidomaneas, and we'll come over here, Mike Beneteau, while we got you. So Mike Beneteau, driver of the 33. You're somewhat of a household name when it comes to the Outlaw Sprinters. It's a great season for Outlaw Sprints. We got a lot more of you guys out there this year. The competition looks awesome out there.
It's going to be one heck of a year for these guys for sure. We got a couple guys from the junior division moving up, but a few new faces. Carter got his own kart. We have 3 of our own, so that's kind of a challenge on its own. So I think it's going to be an exciting year for all these guys.
So what has led to the growth in the division? When we see a division really explode in car count like that catches everyone's attention. What's going on?
Well, you got to really push a division, honestly, and we did a few things with our karts personally where we had people come out and test drive our karts just to get a feel for what we do, right? A lot of guys don't know that they're race car drivers because they're sitting on a couch, not in a race car, right? So if we can get you out here and strap you in a seat, a lot of people like that opportunity, and 7, 8 teammates out of the time, it turns into another racer at a racetrack. So honestly, from 3 race cars in this 9-horse division, 3 years ago when I started, my full time in the 9-horse, and now from what we gathered in our group, by the end of the season, we should have 19.
Awesome. And so, if you're watching at home, you're sitting on the couch at home, Mike Beneteau, he's telling you, these Outlaw sprints, they're the ticket. We talked to Ethan Cito-Maneas, and that's Mike Beneteau. My name's John Houghton, and we'll be enjoying some great racing at Grand Bend Speedway this year.
Good evening, race fans. I'm JP Tomaszewski here in the pits at Grand Bend Speedway with Dan Collins from Norwich in the number 31. How you doing, Dan?
Good. You?
Awesome. So let me, walk me through what got you into racing.
I just love the sport, watching it on TV, and I had some cousins that did some racing, so I was always interested in it. Yeah.
Awesome. And what keeps you coming back to these mini trucks every week?
Just easy to work on. They're small. They don't take up too much room in the garage, and it's a good starting point to learn.
Awesome. And who do you want to thank for putting you in the seat tonight?
R&M Services out of Norwich, Razan Services out of Simcoe, and SICK Mobile Welding and Repair.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dan. That's number 31, Dan Collins. Thank you very much.
Talking about drivers' safety at Grand Bend Speedway, we're beside Jamie Ball's number 82 4-cylinder compact. There's lots of safety that goes into these vehicles. Of course, if we're going to drive these cars as hard as we do at the track, we've got to make sure that we're managing our risk with awesome safety equipment. So Jamie's got a lot of great stuff going on here. He's, of course, got his full-faced helmet, and he's also got his head and neck restraint system attached to this. What this is going to do is, as you can see, it's attached to the helmet, and the idea here is that if he gets into a crash, instead of the helmet pulling his head forward, it's actually going to catch, and then this is, of course, attached underneath his seatbelts, and it prevents the head from moving forward aggressively, because the thing you really don't want to have, you can protect your head, but when you have a big helmet on, it increases the weight, and so as all that weight is moving forward, we want to try to catch that momentum. And that's what these head and neck restraint systems do for us at Grand Bend Speedway and many other short tracks and super speedways across North America and around the world. He's got his seat belts in here. Now, when we look at his seatbelt, one thing that's kind of surprises people who maybe aren't into motorsports is when we look at his seatbelts, you're going to see it almost looks like a kid's car seat in a sense. We've got 2 belts coming through, 2 belts side by side across the lap, and 1 belt coming in from down below. When you really think about it, a kid's car seat, we're really trying to keep those kids really safe if they were to be in a car crash. Jamie won't want to hear this, but the likelihood of him getting into a crash at some point this year of some kind and using these seat belts, it's not a certainty, but drivers, when they are out there on the track, they need to be able to count on this, and they want to make sure if they get into something out there that they know their seat belts are going to catch them. The seat belts are regulated. They actually have expiry dates. People sometimes forget to look for these. So this is called an SFI tag, and what the Safety Foundation Incorporated does is they certify when the belt was manufactured and how long they're good for. So things that damage seat belts, getting oil on them, sunlight is very damaging for them. So most drivers will pull these seat belts out during the off season and put them into a safe spot. At least that's what they're supposed to do. But this one here, it's valid until December of 2027. So this is a good belt. It'll last him a good long time. They've also got a window net. The idea behind the window net is doing 2 things. One thing it's doing, it's keeping things out of the car. So say if there was a stray tire or something like that coming towards the driver, this is going to do a great job catching that. But it also keeps the driver in. So, of course, if the driver's holding on to his steering wheel, that's one thing. But if he gets hit hard enough and his hands get knocked away, we want to make sure that everything, including the driver, is staying inside the vehicle. The window net helps us to do that. So one last innovation down here. It's not really an innovation. You might have one of these in your kitchen. He's got the fire extinguisher in here as well. So if he found himself in a situation where there was a fire, not only is he going to have the help from the Grand Bend Speedway safety crew, but he's also got a tool here that he can use certainly on his own race car, but he could also use it on another driver's race car as well if the situation called for it. So lots of, the most obvious one, and I always forget, people, again, if you're not familiar with racing, sometimes people say, why do they go through the window? Why not just open the door? Why are they taking the door handles off? Is it just to look cool? Well, no, there's actually a practical reason. If John Paul, as we swing on in over here, you'll find on the inside of the door we've got these big metal tubes. This is called the roll cage. This really strengthens the vehicle if it was to get a side impact, protects the driver, gives us that structural stability that we look for, certainly side by side, but also, you know, we've got the halo bar up here. This roll cage is going to protect him if he gets upside down out there. So hoping Jamie doesn't get upside down, hoping he doesn't run into anything, but you know, if he does, we just did the safety equipment tour, and I think it's going to be good to go. So one of the innovations at Grand Bend Speedway and at many short tracks all over the world are these transponders on the vehicle. So the transponder, these radio transponders are mounted each vehicle. This is on the 67 Olivia Curtis, and I'm just going to pull it out here so we can get a real good look at it here. So they're actually radio transponders. They send a radio signal, emit a radio signal.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Grand Bend Speedway for another wonderful Saturday evening of racing here at the quarter mile. To start off the night, we have our 6.5 horsepower youth micro sprints. And your running order for these first round of heat races will be the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd, starting in that first place position. Sorry. My bad, that is the 63 of Charlotte Arend, followed by the 39 of Landon Moore, the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd, the number 2 of Blake Watson, the 57 of Maxon Desat, and the 91 of Connor Gilmore for your 8 laps of the first heat of youth micro sprints. And we are 2 laps to go till we are set underway for our night of racing here at Grand Bend Speedway. Special thanks to our sponsors this evening: Brander Steel, Action Trailers, Horton's Lakeshore Enterprises, Robson's Scrap Metals, Lambton Sanitation, CarQuest Auto Parts Park Hill, Leaf Racewear, Country Corners in Exeter. We are white flag, 1 lap to go till we are green. And the drivers come out of turn 4. They're pedal to the metal because it is green flag for another night of racing here at Grand Bend Speedway. And the youth micro sprints are set for their 8 laps around the track, with your leader, the number 63 of Charlotte Arend, in the lead, followed by battle for second place between the 2 of Blake Watson and the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd. And that'll be the number 2 of Blake Watson is now fighting for first and goes on the inside of the 63, and that's good for the first place position. But watch out, we have the 39 of Landon Moore, who just lets it loose and tumbles into the grass for a bit. We are caution on the speedway. And already we have the order change of the number 2 of Blake Watson leading the pack. Safety crew getting to 39, pointed in the right direction. Safety crew will bring the car up high so that the rest of the cars can pass on the inside. Give it a little launch, and then that's the 39 of Landon Moore, who's now good to go. Race control telling the 6X to start in front of the 2. It'll be the white flag this time by for our junior sprinters here. Drivers have doubled up. Again, that will be the 63 of Charlotte Arend, followed by the 2 of Blake Watson, the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd, the 57 of Maxon Dissette, the 39 of Landon Moore, and the 91 of Connor Gilmore. That'll be your running order, as we are 7 laps to go. And we have the green flag in Terry's hand, and he waves it, and we are good to go. We are pedal to the metal with the 2 of Blake Watson taking the lead and that start. But watch out, spins around, threads the needle with the other cars, keeps any collision from happening, but got a little loose on that turn 2. Let's look at the replay here. Yep, she just spins out on her own in turn 2. Drivers do an excellent job, by the way, of going on the side of the 2 and not making a collision there. And just a quick spin around, and the safety crew has the 2 pointing in the right direction. And we'll be getting the orders to double up. The Outside Groove Food Court is open daily with Grand Bend Family Go-Karts and also at all Grand Bend Speedway racing events. Enjoy some hard serve ice cream, pizza, nachos, and more. Featuring a great view of the pits on race night, be sure to hop by the Outside Groove Diner anytime you're at the track. Race control just getting the drivers' lineups correct here, as they weren't quite ready for that green flag. And race control thought it was good enough, so we are a green flag here with the 63 of Charlotte Arend and the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd competing for first place position going into turn 2 right now, side by side. Watch out, the 2 of Blake Watson threads the needle and is good for first place again. Oh, but we are caution on the track again as the 39 of Landon Moore spun around once again here at turn 2. Makes me wonder if maybe the wind we've been experiencing tonight has something to do with that, as it is coming from the direction of the straightaway there. Camp Canada RV and Corporate Motorsports now have the home location serving the Grand Bend area for the 2026 season. They are excited to spend the summer at Grand Bend Speedway, bringing everything you need for your next adventure, all in one place. Whether you're looking for a new golf cart, camper trailer, ATV, side-by-side, or simply want to check out what's new, they've got a great lineup on display all summer long. Find them here at Grand Bend Speedway and Go-Kart Center, open 7 days a week all summer. Stop by, say hello, explore our inventory, and see why Camp Canada RV is your fast track to your next adventure. And as with all these cautions, we've actually only completed 1 full laps. We are still 7 laps to go here when the drivers take the green flag. But it looks like your starting order will be the 63 of Charlotte Arend, the 2 of Blake Watson, the 57 of Maxon Dissette, the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd, and the 91 of Connor Gilmore, with the 37 of Landon Moore taking the turn to the pits. And looks like a little bit of a start change actually with the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd in the lead, followed by the 63 of Charlotte Arendt. And if we are white flag, will be 1 lap to go till we are green. And we'll see if these drivers can keep their karts pointed in the right direction in turn 2 when they get up to speed with the wind. And again, these are our youth division here at Grand Bend Speedway. And we are green flag around the track. And we are 3 wide at the start-finish line for that start between the 63 of Arendt and the 6X of Lloyd and the 57 of Desat. And that's a pack at the front. That is your battle to watch. And we are 3 wide, almost 4 wide there for a moment. But again, still with your 63 of Charlotte Arendt in the lead. But closely contested by the 2 of Blake Watson there in the back straightaway. Drivers side by side. A little bit of contact. And the 57 falls back a bit with the 2 of Blake Watson, a nice healthy lead. It looks like we have 2 battles now between Blake Watson and Maxwell Lloyd at the start-finish line, and then Charlotte Arendt and Maxon Desat. Oh, and the Watson spins around again in turn 2. And we'll look at the replay here. Yep, just her back gets a little loose, making that turn. She spins solo, and then the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd also spins around trying to dodge it. And again, we've seen that happen quite a bit already tonight around that turn. And it's something we saw a lot in practice as well. A lot of cars spinning around on that turn too. And as that ran over our time limit for our heat race qualifiers, that was the end of the race, which means the victory goes to the number 2 of Blake Watson. Sorry, correction from race control. It's actually the 63 of Charlotte Arendt will be your winner for that first heat race. And welcome to the track, our second round of Youth Microsprint Heat Races. This will be our second round here. The 75 up at front, that is Killian Collins. You may notice him driving one of the stock cars later this evening. And he'll be starting at the back position as we have the 90 of Paisley Lamont will be your lead car, followed by the 9 of Ethan Lloyd. The 6 of Alexis Eaton, the 12 of Jackson O'Connor, the 23 of Weston O'Connor. Drivers getting the signal to double up. Coming to the white flag, we'll be green next time by. And we are green flag here at Grand Bend for our second round of youth micro sprint heat races. And already we have a battle for first between the 90 of Payson Lamont and the 6 of Alexis Eaton. Eaton will take the inside of Lamont. And that'll be good for that first place position, 1 lap in. And again, your order looks like this: the 6 of Alexis Eaton, the 90 of Payson Lamont, the 9 of Ethan Lloyd. Ethan Lloyd now goes on the inside of Lamont and takes that second place position, followed by the 23 of Weston O'Connor, the 75 of Killian Collins, and the 12 of Jackson O'Connor. But again, what to look for is coming out of turn 2 right now. Those are your strong runners here, the 6 of Alexis Eaton and the 9 of Ethan Lloyd. Racers making their best lap times. And we'll be halfway this time by for our racers. Drivers, nice spread apart, good healthy lead with the 6X. Sorry, the 6. And again, your order is the 6 of Alexis Eaton, the 9 of Ethan Lloyd, the 90 of Payson Lamont, the 23 of Weston O'Connor, the 12 of Jackson O'Connor, 75 of Killian Collins. And the 9 of Lloyd gets a little loose, but keeps it straight in turn 2. 2 laps to go at the start-finish line. And once again, Kart getting a little loose in turn 2. And it'll be a white flag, 1 lap to go for your leader, the 6 of Alexis Eaton, followed closely behind by the 9 of Ethan Lloyd. And they'll come out of turn 4, and it'll be the checkered flag for the 6 of Alexis Eaton, followed by the 9 of Ethan Lloyd, the 90 of Payson Lamont, the 23 of Weston O'Connor, the 12 of Jackson O'Connor, and the 75 of Killian Collins for our second round of youth micro sprint heat races. Race fans, put your hands together for the 6 of Alexis Eaton. Next up will be our qualifier, 15 laps of our adult Outlaw micro sprints.
Tonight's racing at Grand Bend Speedway is brought to you by Leaf Racewear, McCann Ready Mix, Lambton Sanitation, Brander Steel Industries, Action Trailers, CarQuest Auto Parts Park Hill, Robson Scrap Metals, and Country Corners. For a full schedule of summer events, visit grandbendspeedway.ca.
And next up are our Outlaw Micro Sprints. These are the 9 horsepower ramped up version of the Junior Sprints. Like the Junior Sprints, there's no springs or suspension on these cars. The main adjustments teams make for handling are tire pressures or changing the gear size to suit the driver's preferences. So the 52, starting in that first place position, is Carter Nickel. Next up will be the 23 of Ethan Steedemaneus. The 90 of Keegan Lamont. The 67 of Olivia Curtis. The 13 of Ray Janice Jr., the 99 of Tyson Fusil, 33, Mike Beneteau, 12 of Gareth McLean, and the number 2 of Will McLean. That'll be your starting order for the 15 laps qualifier of our Outlaw Micro Sprints. Grand Bend Family Go-Karts is open throughout the summer, including on race days. When you visit the beach at Grand Bend, this is one stop you've got to make. Karts run in our quarter-mile tri-oval track. We have adult karts and ride-along kids karts available. Call ahead or visit grandbendspeedway.ca for daily operating hours. Race control giving directions to get the karts organized for their starting positions. Drivers getting the signal to double up. Again, of your 2 with Will McLean, starting in that first place. The 52 of Carter Nickel. The 98 of Bryson Fuller will be your top 3 lead cars. Followed by the 23 of Ethan Steedemaneus. The 12 of Gareth McLean, the 90 of Keegan Lamont, the 67 of Olivia Curtis, the 13 of Ray Janice Jr., the 99 Tyson Fusil, and the 33 of Mike Beneteau. And drivers will be pedal to the metal. We are green flag, and we are racing with our Outlaw Micro Sprints for our 15-lap qualifier. With the 2 of McLean. Oh, the 23 of Steedemaneus hits the wall out of turn 2. Keeps it green. And we have the 2 of Will McLean in that lead position, closely contested by the 98 of Bryson Fuller. And we have a battle for that first place, with Fuller taking the outside of McLean for that first place position. The 67 of Curtis goes on the outside of the 2 for that second place, takes it, and we are almost 3 wide here. With that pack in the middle, that battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. The 33 of Mike Beneteau making his way up to the front. But again, a battle for your first place leaders between the 67 of Olivia Curtis and the 98 of Bryson Fuller. And lots of battles happening here. Drivers getting their momentum, many drivers hitting their best lap times here. We are 9 laps to go. And again, that battle for first place here between the 67 and the 98, hot on her tail. But watch out, because the 33 of Beneteau wants some action. Takes the high side of the 98, going into turn 3. Halfway this time by. Coming up on lap traffic, the 33 goes high. Now is on the inside of the 98, makes the pass. That's good for second place. We have the 23 of Sidimaneus drop into the back, losing some speed. But again, your leaders there, the 67 of Olivia Curtis, the 33 of Mike Beneteau, tries to go on the high side of the 67. Is now right behind, goes on the inside the start-finish line. Makes a little bit of contact and comes out ahead, but watch out, the 67 also takes that position back. And now we have a pack fighting for first place here. They've caught up to the 67. 3 wide out of turn 1. Battles for first and battles for that third place between Ray Janice Jr., the 99, and the 98. And we'll be 2 laps to go this time by for your leaders here. And the 67 of Olivia Curtis, the 33 of Mike Beneteau. These drivers battling it out here. The 33 taking the outside. Gets that first place position. Back straightaway. It will be the checkered flag after these turns. 67 goes on the inside, but that's good for the checkered flag for the 33 of Mike Beneteau, followed by the 67 of Olivia Curtis, the 99 of Tyson Fusil, 13 of Ray Janice Jr., the 12 of Gareth McLean, 98 of Bryson Fuller, the 52 of Carter Nickel, the 2 of Will McLean, and the 90 of Keegan Lamont. Race fans, put your hands together for the 33 of Mike Beneteau.
Tonight's racing is brought. Grand Bend Family Go-Karts is open throughout the summer, including on race days. When you visit the beach at Grand Bend, this is one stop you've got to make. Karts run up.
Next up are our pro sprints for their 15-lap qualifier here. These are our new and growing series at the track. These vehicles are a refresh of the 440 division that ran at the track years ago. These scaled-down sprints have a wing on the roof for downforce and are powered by snowmobile engines. If you have an old 440 sitting in the garage, these vehicles are in demand. Contact the track office or list your old 440 on the track classifieds and watch as it gets new life on the track. Or better yet, bring it out yourself and have some fun this summer. The 01 is Logan Chapman. The 31, Adrian Kemps. The 31K, Brent Kemps. The 4, Jonathan Van Grimsven. 1 lap to go for our qualifier race here for our pro sprints. And we are green flag, and we are racing with our pro sprints on the quarter mile. And already we have a battle for first between the 31 of Adrian Kemps takes that first place position from Jonathan Van Grinsven. And your order looks like this: the 31 of Adrian Kemps, the 01 of Jonathan Van Grinsven, the 31K, Brent Kemps, the 4, the 01 of Logan Chapman, the 4 of Jonathan Van Grinsven in the back. But again, those front three, that's your battle to watch for, that first, second, and third place, as these drivers get up to speed. And we have the 31K trying to go on the inside of the 01 out of turn 4. Makes the pass, that's good for second place. It's that father-son duo in the front. And we'll be 10 laps to go this time by. Your running order looks like this: the 31K of Brent Kemps, the 31 of Adrian Kemps, the 01 of Logan Chapman, the 4 of Jonathan Van Grinsven. Halfway this time by. Again, that battle, father and son, the 31s. And the 31K, now about 2 car lengths behind the 31. The drivers have found their groove. And it's awesome to see 4 of these pro sprints on the track. Again, this is one of our growing divisions here at Grand Bend Speedway. And again, your order is the 31 of Adrian Kemps, the 31K of Brent Kemps, the 01 of Logan Chapman, the 4 of Jonathan Van Grinsven. Flagman Terry giving the 2 laps to go signal to your leaders. With these carts just ripping around the quarter mile. We are white flag, we are 1 lap to go, and the 31K has closed the gap a bit on the 31. Will it be enough for the checkered flag? But it looks like the checkered flag will go to that 31 of Adrian Kemps, followed by the 31K of Brent Kemps, the 01 of Logan Chapman, and the 4 of Jonathan Van Grinsven for your pro sprint qualifiers. Race fans, put your hands together for the 31 of Adrian Kemps.
There's a new project on the grounds of Grand Bend Speedway. Alongside their love for racing, Tabitha and Gord have a passion for helping animals. They started to bring home animals that needed rehoming for various reasons in December of 2025. Their goal is to offer them a new forever home where they can feel loved, safe, and comfortable around people and their surroundings. People are welcome to come and visit the farm anytime, any day of the week, which currently features a mini horse, goats, mini pigs, chickens, geese, and much more. Families love dropping by the rescue ranch when visiting Grand Bend Speedway and Go-Kart Center. The Petting Zoo and Rescue Ranch is pleased to be part of Loop, which takes unsold food from grocers and diverts it away from landfill to those who need it in our communities. Loop, first and foremost, helps get this food to local charities to feed people.
Whatever food is unsuitable to be donated or distributed does not go to waste. It's happily devoured by the animals of grateful local farmers, including our animals at the Rescue Ranch. Matt and Danny's No Frills in Grand Bend just joined the Loop Resource program. The Rescue Ranch was their first pickup. Thanks to No Frills in Grand Bend for participating in this sustainable initiative. For more information on events at Grand Bend Speedway, visit grandbendspeedway.ca. Tonight's racing at Grand Bend Speedway is brought to you by Leaf Racewear, McCann Ready Mix, Lambton Sanitation, Brander Steel Industries, Action Trailers, CarQuest Auto Parts Park Hill, Robson Scrap Metals, and Country Corners. For a full schedule of summer events, visit grandbendspeedway.ca.
John Houghton here with Jeff Rumble in the number 42 out of Lucknow, making a start at Grand Bend Speedway tonight. Jeff, welcome. Where do you normally race?
I normally race at Sauble Speedway, and the following years I was racing at Barney.
So we've had a few drivers make the trip from Sauble Speedway this year, especially like on off nights. Drivers obviously love their home tracks, but it's always fun to come out and try something different. So what attracted you to Grand Bend Speedway this year for your off nights?
Well, I brought the...
Alrighty, up next we have our B main for our youth micro sprints. Again, this will be 10 laps around for our B main. And again, these youth micro sprints will be making their way around the track again. Your running order will look like this. That's the 23 W of Weston O'Connor, the 2 of Blake Watson, the 12 of Jackson O'Connor, the 39 of Landon Moore, and the 75 of Killian Collins. For 10 laps of our youth micro sprint B main. Drivers getting the signal to double up. And we are white flag this time by, one more lap to go. And the 21 of the 91 of Connor Gilmore will be joining the pack at the back here. And race control decide not to go green, as they'll actually put the 91 in the front. Race control thinks, you know what, good enough. We'll just get them to double up. So again, that'll be the 2 of Blake Watson in your lead position there. The 23 of Weston O'Connor. The 12 of Jackson O'Connor. The 39 of Landon Moore. The 75 of Killian Collins. The 91, Connor Gilmore. And drivers will be picking up speed as they see that green flag. And we are a green flag at the Speedway here for our youth sprint B main. And we have the 23 of Weston O'Connor taking the high side of the 2 of Blake Watson. That battle for first place is the one to watch for here. The 39 of Landon Moore will take the inside of the 23. That's good for second place. It will now be closing the gap with the 2 of Blake Watson. Oh, but gets a little loose in turn 4, spins it around. And we'll be caution here. As we look at the replay, you can see the 39 gets in the turn, just gets a little loose on his own. We'll have the safety crew come out, give him a little push. He's on the track again. And you know, we've seen that a lot with the 39 this evening between now and then our qualifiers earlier in the evening. The 39 just getting pretty loose in that turn 4. The driver is doubling up. And your starting position will look like this: the 2 of Blake Watson, the 23 of Weston O'Connor, the 12 of Jackson O'Connor, the 91 of Connor Gilmore, the 75 of Killian Collins, and the 39 of Landon Moore starting in the back. For 9 more laps. And we are green flag. We are go, 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 pedal to the metal. With the 2 of Blake Watson in front. And again, we have that fight with the 23 of Weston O'Connor. Just trying to get past the 2, but falls back a little bit. Probably about 5 car lengths behind. And the 39 of Landon Moore already making the way to 3rd place here. Didn't take long to regain that ground. The 39 will be coming up on the 23. Gets loose again in the same corner. Turn 4. And just like the last race, that is 2 spins. That's the mercy rule here at Grand Bend Speedway. Now again, that's not a punishment. 2 spins, 2 solo spins, and you're out. It's actually a bit of a mercy here, because that means there's something in your car that isn't quite set up right. And if you went 2 spins without hitting anything, that's pretty good. And they want to get you to the pits so you can fix that, so you don't have another spin and then end up hitting a car. So that'll be it for the B main of the 39 of Landon Moore. And again, that wind just making things a little bit difficult for drivers here, especially at a turn 2 and turn 4. We've seen the most number of solo spins. Drivers getting the signal to double up. Will be 8 laps to go. It's the white flag this time by. That'll be the 2 of Blake Watson starting in the front, the 23W of Weston O'Connor, the 12 of Jackson O'Connor, the 91 of Connor Gilmore, and the 75 of Killian Collins. And we are green flag for our youth micro sprint B main once again. 8 laps to go with the 2 of Blake Watson in the lead. The 23 of Weston O'Connor following behind. The 12 of Jackson O'Connor. 75 of Killian Collins. The 91, Connor Gilmore. Drivers are spread out. They're single file here as they're getting up to speed. The sprint's finding their fastest lap times now. And we will be 6 laps to go. Again, your leader, the 2 of Blake Watson. And we will be halfway this time by for our leader. And again, this is your running order. The 2 of Blake Watson, the 23 of Weston O'Connor, the 12 of Jackson O'Connor, the 75 of Killian Collins, and the 91 of Connor Gilmore. The 2 of Blake Watson just finding the sweet spot here in the track, as she is consistently running her fastest lap time each time around. Drivers nice and spread out. The 2 of Blake Watson coming up on some lap traffic. Again, that's the 91 of Connor Gilmore, who is a lap down. Passes on the outside, nice and simple. 2 laps to go here for your leader, the 2 of Blake Watson. Your leader going into turn 4. White flag, 1 lap to go. The 91 of Connor Gilmore keeping it on the inside, letting the lap traffic pass him. And that's your leader coming out of turn 4 at the checkered flag. Goes to the 2 of Blake Watson, followed by the 23W of Weston O'Connor, the 12 of Jackson O'Connor, 75 of Killian Collins, the 91 of Connor Gilmore. For our youth microsprint B main. Race fans, put your hands together for the number 2 of Blake Watson, your winner for our youth microsprint B main. Next up will be our 4-cylinder compacts for their qualifier for 15 laps. Next up is our 4-cylinder compact cars. These are sometimes called the bone stocks, and they provide a low-cost option for getting into full-sized racing using cars that are readily available through scrapyards. The name 4-cylinder describes the engine size of these and most small street vehicles driven by fans. If you watch closely, you might even see or make a model of a car you've driven yourself on the road. And that's the 82 of Jamie Ball, the 48H of Braden Hilchey, and the 07 of Nick Ramsey. And we'll be your white flag for 1 lap to go till we are green. Many of the 4 cylinders that run at Grand Bend Speedway also run at other Ontario short tracks and are allowed to use their home track rules. The idea is to make visiting a new track easy and fun for these drivers. These are drivers who also love the bullring style at Grand Bend Speedway and choose to make it their home track. Again, the 82 is Jamie Ball, the 48H, Braden Hilchey, and the 07 of Nick Ramsey. And they see the green, and they are go, go, go for their 15-lap qualifier here at the quarter-mile bull ring, with 82 of Jamie Ball taking the lead. But the cars are tied up. The 07 of Nick Ramsey gets on the inside of the 48H of Hilchey, and they are neck and neck at the start-finish line. That battle for second place. And the 07 pulls ahead. It is now in second place, and now we'll be trying to take on the 82. 07 going up high. 82 still keeping that first place position, but these cars are close. They're not that spread out. With the 48H taking the inside again for second place, makes a little bit of contact there at the 07. And that'll be good for second place for the 48H, but watch out, the 07 is on the inside again. Just goes back and forth. These cars are dancing with each other here. We are 11 laps to go. The 07 closing the gap with the 82. Goes on the inside. Gets on the grass a little bit, loses a little bit of momentum. As the 82 says nope and pulls out ahead of the 07. And again, your order is this: the 82 of Jamie Ball in the lead, the 07 of Nick Ramsey, the 40H of Braden Hilchey. And you'll notice that 82 has a nice red fender in the front, right? That was from a little collision with the wall a couple weeks ago. Halfway this time by for your leader, who's just got the 07 on his tail. Looks like he's pulling a trailer. The 07 goes on the high side, going into turn 3. Is gonna try to make that pass. And it's working, because the 07's gained about half a car length now. And the 82 just trying to defend his lead position there. We have 5 laps to go. With the 07 in the grass, that's going to lose a little bit of speed. But watch out, because the 07's got the inside position going into these turns. '07 getting it in the grass again. Right on the tail of the 82. 2 laps to go this time by for the 82 of Jamie Ball, the 07 of Nick Ramsey, the 48H of Braden Hilchey. And the 07 goes on the outside on the straightaway, but the 82 pulls ahead. Says, nope, I want to keep that first place. And man, that is the bull ring here at Grand Bend. 82 gets a little loose, but that'll be good for the checkered flag. The 82 of Jamie Ball, the 07 of Nick Ramsey, and the 40H of Braden Hilchey for our 15-lap qualifier in our 4-cylinder compacts. Race fans, put your hands together for the 82 of Jamie Ball, your winner for our 4-cylinder compact qualified. Next up will be the 75 of Killian Collins, making some laps around the track in our kid stock program. But we just need to give him a couple minutes to get into his car. Now is a great time, race fans, to go check out that Outside Groove Food Diner. Get some delicious ice cream, maybe some delicious pizza. McLean's Home Hardware is located at 70948 Blue Water Highway in Grand Bend. They are your one-stop shop for paint, tools, grills, home improvement supplies, and more. Visit homehardware.ca for a full list of products and services.
Tonight's racing at Grand Bend Speedway is brought to you by Leaf Racewear, McCann Ready Mix, Lambton Sanitation, Brander Steel Industries, Action Trailers, CarQuest Auto Parts Park Hill, Robson Scrap Metals, and Country Corners. For a full schedule of summer events, visit grandbendspeedway.ca.
John Houghton here for Grand Bend Speedway with Carson from Camp Canada RV. Carson, you got some stuff to show us today. What do you want to show us?
Absolutely. We have here our B-Volt. This is our 4Motion golf cart here. The MSRP price is $11,900. It is a 72-volt electric with LED lead-acid batteries. You have your McPherson independent suspension. You got 4-corner disc brakes. This thing is not just a campground cruiser. It's a racetrack cruiser as well, guys.
And where can people come and see this vehicle and have a look at it?
Right here at Grand Bend Speedway. Take care, guys.
Grand Bend Family Go-Karts is open throughout the summer, including on race days. When you visit the beach at Grand Bend, this is one stop you've got to make. Karts run on our quarter-mile tri-oval track. Adult karts and ride-along kids karts available. Call ahead or visit grandbendspeedway.ca for daily operating hours.
John Houghton here for Grand Bend Speedway with Carson from Camp Canada RV. Carson, you got some stuff to show us today. What do you want to show us?
Absolutely. We have here our B-Volt. This is our 4Motion golf cart here. The MSRP price is $11,900. It is a 72-volt electric with LED lead-acid batteries. You have your McPherson independent suspension. You got 4-corner disc brakes. This thing is not just a campground cruiser. It's a racetrack cruiser as well, guys.
And where can people come and see this vehicle and have a look at it?
Right here at Grand Bend Speedway. Take care, guys.
Grand Bend Family Go-Karts is open throughout the summer, including on race days. When you visit the beach at Grand Bend, this is one stop you've got to make. Karts run on our quarter-mile tri-oval track. Adult karts and ride-along kids karts available. Call ahead or visit grandbendspeedway.ca for daily operating hours. Tonight's racing at Grand Bend Speedway is brought to you by Leaf Racewear, McCann Ready Mix, Lambton Sanitation, Brander Steel Industries, Action Trailers, CarQuest Auto Parts Park Hill, Robson Scrap Metals, and Country Corners. For a full schedule of summer events, visit grandbendspeedway.ca. There's a new project on the grounds of Grand Bend Speedway. Alongside their love for racing, Tabitha and Gord have a passion for helping animals. They started to bring home animals that needed rehoming for various reasons in December of 2025. Their goal is to offer them a new forever home where they can feel loved, safe, and comfortable around people and their surroundings. People are welcome to come and visit the farm anytime, any day of the week, which currently features a mini horse, goats, mini pigs, chickens, geese, and much more. Families love dropping by the rescue ranch when visiting Grand Bend Speedway and Go-Kart Center. The Petting Zoo and Rescue Ranch is pleased to be part of Loop, which takes unsold food from grocers and diverts it away from landfill to those who need it in our communities. Loop, first and foremost, helps get this food to local charities to feed people. Whatever.
Up now is our kid stock here qualifier. Again, that is the 75 of Killian Collins, who will be getting some practice around the track. This is one of our new programs at Grand Bend Speedway, giving the young driver a chance to get some experience behind a full-size Bowen stock. In the 82, driving Jamie Ball's car will actually be Olivia Curtis, one of our Outlaw sprint drivers. She'll be given the 75, a bit of passing practice, a bit of some feel of what it's like to race with someone else here on the track. but this will be for 15 laps. Sorry, 10 laps. And Grand Bend Speedway is excited to offer its new all-access for all admission system aimed at keeping admission to the races affordable and giving better access to the facility to fans, friends, and racing families. The new pricing structure includes full facility access for everyone, racers, crew, and spectators. The track will no longer have a separate pit entry fee. Instead, admission and waivers will be completed at the track entrance prior to entering the Grand Bend Speedway property. Competitors and fans can stay in their vehicles, and track staff will come to you. And we are white flag. Next time will be the green flag for our kid stocks. And again, this is our last kind of qualifier event for main events. And we are green flag, and we are racing here. Not quite pedal to the metal, as a 75 of Killian Collins still has a lot of experience to learn here on the track. You may have noticed he was driving that 75 Youth Micro Sprint earlier in the evening. Marble fasteners in Strathroy. In a need it now world, nothing is worse than not being able to take your soybeans off, not finish a fabrication job, or even finish the bed frame for the family staying on the weekend because of a few bolts you couldn't find in town. With over 10,000 different items in stock, we are your solution. Locally owned and operated, visit marbolt.com. 75 of Killian Collins coming out of turn 2, going on the straightaway. 82, Olivia Curtis following behind. And Grand Bend Speedway racing divisions make use of Cobra racing tires. Racers have noticed the difference that these long-lasting, high-performance tires can make. Far from changing out tires every few races, many drivers can make it a full season on one set. Contact the Grand Bend Speedway track office for more information about Cobra racing tires. We're going to be halfway this time by. '75 Killian Collins making his way around the track. 82 Olivia Curtis following behind, giving him a bit of a chase here. Two laps to go when they come to the start-finish line here, with the 82 of Olivia Curtis on the inside now, but lets the 75 defend his position. And again, 2 laps to go. And we're going to be a white flag. 1 more lap to go for the 75 of Killian Collins. And he goes round turn 4, comes to the start-finish line. And we are checkered flag for the 75 Killian Collins in the little kid stock division here. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the 75 of Killian Collins. So next up will be a bit of an intermission here for about 5 or 10 minutes. Due to the adverse weather that's potentially rolling in here, Race Control has decided to not do the interviews on the track this evening, just to keep the show going before any nasty weather rolls in. So now is a great time to go check out that Outside Groove Diner in Turn 2 for some ice cream or some pizzas. And we'll be back with our Youth Micro Sprint main event.
Good evening, race fans. I'm JP Tomaszewski here in the pits at Grand Bend Speedway with Dan Collins from Norwich in the number 31. How you doing, Dan?
Good, yeah.
Awesome. So let me, walk me through what got you into racing.
I just love the sport, watching it on TV, and I had some cousins that did some racing, so I was always interested in it. Yeah.
Awesome. And what keeps you coming back to these mini trucks every week?
Just easy to work on. They're small. They don't take up too much room in the garage, and and it's a good starting point to learn.
Awesome. And who do you want to thank for putting you in the seat tonight?
R&M Services out of Norwich, Razan Services out of Simcoe, and SICK Mobile Welding and Repair.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dan. That's the number 31, Dan Collins. Thank you very much.
In the pits with the 85 of Ryan Clark. Ryan, great to see you tonight.
You too.
So you're in the Youth Micro Sprint division. When did you get started racing?
3 years ago now.
So what got you involved? What was it that attracted you to getting involved in motorsports at Grand Bend Speedway?
Well, just watching NASCAR really on TV.
Right on. And so you're watching on TV. What is it that, so how were you able to, did you come out and see the cars first? Did you watch a race, in person? What was it that allowed your family to make the leap and actually get you behind the wheel of this kart?
Came like 5 years ago. Came to watch to see if I liked it. Then came out to race the next year.
Okay, so you've been working away on this car. What are your expectations this season? What are you looking forward to trying to pull off out there?
Trying to get at least a feature win, some podiums.
Right on. Who you want to thank for putting you in the seat this year?
My dad, my grandpa, they've been doing a lot of work with the car, and my mom, my grandma, my grandpa.
All right, that's Ryan Clark in the 85. Keep an eye out for him in the Youth Micro Sprint division at Grand Bend Speedway. John out here at Grand Bend Speedway with none other than Gary Trischka. Gary, we were just chatting. You were back in the old days, you were a chaos car driver, and then it's the bone stocks, and now it's the four-cylinder compacts at Grand Bend Speedway. Walk us through, how did you get into racing in the first place?
I was crewing for a guy at Delaware, Jeff Schaller. He was my mentor at that time, and he involved whatever we got now going on. Like, once we started, everything was stock. You go out, get a junk car, throw a cage in it, and these things are like mini stocks now. They're just nuts.
And so definitely an evolution of racing as time goes on. Walk us through, what's it like racing at Grand Bend Speedway? Last year was your first year in what was the bone stocks at that time. Tell folks at home, what's it like ripping around the track?
It's actually a blast. It's nice and small. It's like a big little bull ring, but it's fun. It's tricky, but we get around it pretty good.
And who helps you out in this car?
My boss, IH Services, Dynamic Fluid Products, HTI Racing. These two cars come out of the stable. So, and who else we got on here? Clausen Auto Parts, Grand Bend for having us. I think that's all.
That's great. Well, I'll take down here with Carter Nickel in the pits at Grand Bend Speedway. Carter, great to see you.
It's good to see you too, John.
So it's the number 52 Outlaw Sprint, and we've seen huge growth in participation in the Outlaw Sprints this year. What's going on in the Outlaw Sprints that so many drivers are choosing this division now?
Well, it's a really cheap and fun division to get into. These cars only cost a couple $1,000s compared to what the late models would be, and they're so fast. I don't think there's any division out there where you can go full throttle 120 kilometers an hour around a racetrack with 12 other cars.
So in terms of as an entry-level division, a vehicle that's easy to transport, you don't need a huge hauler to move this thing around. This thing, a lot of fun to drive on the track, I hear.
Oh yeah, this is the biggest adrenaline rush I've ever had. Compared to the bone stocks, these things are a blast to drive. Ripping around the place like it's Daytona in the draft, it's awesome.
And so, as you're mentioning the draft in that there, so you're telling me when you're going down the back straightaway, you can get a sense of that actually.
Yeah, you'll if you can hear it in the grandstands, when we get right behind a car, the RPMs just kick up just a little bit, and it gives us that extra drive to get right on the person's bumper. That's why you'll see for most of the race we'll get right on the person's bumper, and on the last lap we'll make the move.
And this is so often we see in this division, we sometimes jokingly call it the dancing partners, drivers swapping leads back and forth, one lap, next lap, one lap, next lap. And so part of that is caused by what you're describing.
Exactly.
Who do you want to thank for putting you in the seat this year?
I want to thank my dad, my mom, HL Graphics, McCall Racing, BCU Racing, and Uncle Dad's Pizza.
That's the number 52 of Carter Nickel. Look out for him from Elsa Craig. So one of the innovations at Grand Bend Speedway and at many short tracks all over the world are these transponders on the vehicle. So the transponder, these radio transponders are mounted to each vehicle. This is on the 67 Olivia Curtis. I'm just going to pull it out here so we can get a real good look at it here. So they're actually radio transponders. They send a radio signal, emit a radio signal that then is picked up by a cable down on the track surface. When the cable receives a signal, it recognizes which transponder it is. We have that keyed then, of course, to the vehicle number and then the driver's name. And so then up top, we are able to see the running order. We're able to see lap times. And then also really cool, we plug that into the computer upstairs, and we're able to broadcast that out through software like Race Monitor and My Race Pass, and the drivers are actually able to check their own lap times, not while they're driving, hopefully, but certainly from the pits, their crew can check it. And then all that's really required, it's got to have a clear path to the racetrack. So this transponder here, if it was mounted, say, back over top of the engine or something like that, it's not going to work very well. But as long as it has a clear line of sight to the racetrack, when we are up top, we're able to keep track of where this number 67 is on the Speedway. The same scoring transponders are used in all the race cars. So whether it's a V8 Sprint, a late model, whether it's an Outlaw Sprint, or one of the Youth Micro Sprints, same scoring transponder, accurate lap times, gives the drivers and the crews a lot of great information, and also the folks following along at home. If they're watching on the checkerflagmedia.com feed, we can see, of course, the running order, but of course seeing those lap times, which drivers are picking up speed, which driver just ran their fastest lap. All of this gives crew and fans a lot more information on what's going on the track.
Good evening, race fans. I'm JP Tomaszewski here in the pits at Grand Bend Speedway with Dan Collins from Norwich in the number 31. How you doing, Dan?
Good, yeah.
Awesome. So walk me through what got you into racing.
I just love the sport, watching it on TV, and I had some cousins that did some racing, so I was always interested in it. Yeah.
Awesome. And what keeps you coming back to these mini trucks every week?
Just easy to work on. They're small. They don't take up too much room in the garage, and and it's a good starting point to learn.
Awesome. And who do you want to thank for putting you in the seat tonight?
R&M Services out of Norwich, Razan Services out of Simcoe, and SICK Mobile Welding and Repair.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dan. That's number 31, Dan Collins. Thank you very much.
So one of the innovations at Grand Bend Speedway and at many short tracks all over the world are these transponders on the vehicle. So the transponder, these radio transponders are mounted to each vehicle. This is on the 67 Olivia Curtis. And I'm just going to pull it out here so we can get a real good look at it here. So they're actually radio transponders. They send a radio signal, emit a radio signal that then is picked up by a cable down on the track surface. When the cable receives a signal, it recognizes which transponder it is. We have that keyed then, of course, to the vehicle number and then the driver's name. And so then up top, we are able to see the running order. We're able to see lap times. And then also really cool, we plug that into the computer upstairs, and we're able to broadcast that out through software like Race Monitor and My Race Pass, and the drivers are actually able to check their own lap times, not while they're driving, hopefully, but certainly from the pits, their crew can check it. And then all that's really required, it's got to have a clear path to the racetrack. So this transponder here, if it was mounted, say, you know, back over top of the engine or something like that, it's not going to work very well. But as long as it has a clear line of sight to the racetrack, when we are up top, we're able to keep track of where this number 67 is on the Speedway. The same scoring transponders are used in all the race cars. So whether it's a V8 Sprint, a late model, whether it's an Outlaw Sprint, or one of the youth micro sprints, same scoring transponder, accurate lap times, gives the drivers and the crews a lot of great information, and also the folks following along at home. If they're watching on the checkerflagmedia.com feed, we can see, of course, the running order, but of course seeing those lap times, which drivers are picking up speed, which driver just ran their fastest lap. All of this gives crew and fans a lot more information on what's going on the track. One of the things we want to show off at Grand Bend Speedway is our amazing karting program that runs during the weeks. It introduces thousands of people to motorsports here in Ontario, up here at Grand Bend, and we've got tons and tons of karts. It's open from noon to 5 during the week. Always a ton of fun. If you've never had a chance to come out to Grand Bend Speedway and run the karts, you can see we're ready to accommodate large groups of people. We've got a lot of them. We've also got double rider karts available for kids and families. So Grand Bend Speedway go-karts, lots of fun during the week, and of course plenty of action on Saturday nights with the local racing program.
Hello, race fans. I'm JP Tomaszewski here in the pits at Grand Bend Speedway with Grayson Masson out of Ingersoll. How are you doing, Grayson?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. So, what got you into racing? What's the story there?
Well, we went go-karting with my mom, but I was too young, so I had to go with on a duels with my mom, and I liked it so much, I was wondering if there was a racing series out there, so my parents did some looking around, and we found this, so we got into a junior late model, and then once we got out of that, we went into the mini truck.
That's awesome. So, what's so fun about driving a mini truck? What keeps you getting back in the seat there?
Well, the suspension is way better from the junior late model, which I used to drive. It has no suspension, so there's way more like side-by-side and way more cars, so that's way better.
Awesome. And who do you want to thank for putting you in the seat?
I'd like to thank my dad and my mom for all the biggest helpers right there. So yeah, I also like to thank all my sponsors for all the work they've done.
Start of our youth micro sprint main event here at Grand Bend Speedway. 20 laps with the 6 of Alexis Eaton leading the pack, followed by the 9 of Ethan Lloyd. We got quite the battle for 4th and 5th place heating up here as the pack moves across the start-finish line. But again, your 6 of Alexis Eaton in the lead. But watch out, because the 57 of Maxon Dessat trying to get that 2nd place from the 9 of Ethan Lloyd, but can't quite make the pass there. As the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd now gets a piece of some of the action here. Goes on the inside of the 57, makes the pass, that's good for 3rd. Got lots of speed here, as he's now going to be contesting for 2nd with the 9 of Ethan Lloyd. Right behind the Kart there. Goes on the outside on the straightaway. But again, that's your leader, the 6 of Alexis Eaton. Again, that battle to watch for second place here between the 9 of Ethan Lloyd and the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd. They're neck and neck, side by side. Now the 2 of Blake Watson gets a piece of some of the action here. Goes on the inside. Wants to take that 3rd place. But now the 57's in there again. And we have quite the pack here at the lead. With the 6 of Alexis Eaton in front. But we got the 2 of Blake Watson now in 2nd place. Giving chase to the 6 of Alexis Eaton. And again, your order looks like this. That's the 6 of Alexis Eaton, the 2 of Blake Watson, the 9 of Ethan Lloyd. Solo spin on the back straightaway. And that'll be a caution. 14 laps to go here. Again, a solo spin looking at the replay here. The 9 of Ethan Lloyd just gets a little loose coming out of turn 2. And that's something that we've seen quite a bit this evening in our qualifying races and our practice runs. Kart's just getting a little loose, especially the junior sprints here on turn 2. As the wind tonight in Grand Bend, it's pretty windy. Safety crew gives the 9 a push. It's back up and running. And again, if you're new to Grand Bend Speedway also has go-karts open throughout the summer, including on race days. When you visit the beach at Grand Bend, this is one stop you've got to make. Karts run in our quarter-mile tri-oval track. We have adult karts and ride-along kid karts available. Call ahead or visit grandbendspeedway.ca for daily operating hours. We have the 91 of Connor Gilmore in the grass. Safety crew gives a little push. Gets the kart back up and running. We'll be joining the pack. And your starting lineup will look like this as we come out of the caution. That'll be the 6 of Alexis Eaton, the 2 of Blake Watson, the 57 of Maxon Dessat, the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd, the 90 of Hazen Lamont, the 63 of Charlotte Arendt, the 23W of Weston O'Connor, the 39 of Landon Moore, the 12 of Jackson O'Connor, the 75 of Killian Collins, the 9 of Ethan Lloyd, and the 91 of Connor Gilmore, which just spun around again here. Safety crew tending to the 91. Safety crew lifts the front, twists the kart around, and gives a little push. A special thank to our sponsors this evening: Brander Steel, Action Trailers, Horton's Lakeshore Enterprises, Robson Scrap Metals, Lambton Sanitation, CarQuest Auto Parts Park Hill, Leaf Racewear, Country Corners in Exeter. Drivers getting the signal to double up. We'll be coming around to the white flag. 14 laps to go, and again, your running order looks like this. That's the 6 of Alexis Eaton starting in the lead, the 2 of Blake Watson, the 57 of Maxon Dessat, the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd, the 90 of Hazen Lamont, 63 of Charlotte Ahrens, the 23W of Weston O'Connor, the 39 of Landon Moore, the 12 of Jackson O'Connor, the 9 of Ethan Lloyd, 75 Killian Collins, 91 of Connor Gilmore, and we are green flag, and we are racing once again with the 2 of Blake Watson taking the lead at the start, now in the first place position. The 6X of Maxwell Lloyd and the 6 of Alexis Eaton following behind. But again, that 2 of Blake Watson, your leader, with the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd, just was on her tail, but drops back quite a bit now to 3rd place. But watch out, because the 57 of Maxon Desat wants some of that action up there. Again, that's your battle to watch for right now for that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place, as the 6 of Maxwell Lloyd gets on the high side of the 6 to gain momentum here on the back straightaway. They're just about side by side. Now the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd takes that 2nd place position. And once again, we are caution again on the Speedway. As in turn 2, we have another spin. And that looks like it's the we'll catch a glimpse of that car. And that's the 39 of Landon Moore. That spun around again. Again, lots of wind here tonight at Grand Bend. Which certainly isn't helping those karts stay in the right direction when they're coming out of that turn 2. And especially that 39 we've seen, I think that's the 5th spin we've seen tonight of that car. And again, your running order will look like this. The 2 of Blake Watson will start in the lead. The 6 of Alexis Eaton. The 6X of Maxwell Lloyd. The 57 of Maxon Desat. The 90 of Payson Lamont. The 63 of Charlotte Arend. The 23W of Weston O'Connor. The 9 of Landon Moore. Followed by the 91. Oh, 91 will be going to the back as the directions from race control. McLean's Home Hardware is located at 70948 Blue Water Highway in Grand Bend. We are your one-stop shop for paint, tools, grills, home improvement supplies, and more. Visit homehardware.ca for a full list of products and services. Drivers getting the signal to double up. For 12 laps to go. Drivers will be getting the white flag now. 1 lap to go till we are green. Oh. And yellow flag flies once again as we have a car stalled out of turn 4. Once again, I believe that is the 63 of Charlotte Arend. Stuck in the dirt there. And the number 2 of Blake Watson. The car also having some trouble stalling out here just before the start-finish line. You can see the safety crew pull on the start cord to get this engine, the 6.5 horsepower engine running. Safety crew trying to get the car started here. And it looks like they'll be loading the 63 of Charlotte Arend onto the trailer as well. Once they get to the pits with the 63, they're just going to check to see if it's a chain problem. That's something that happens quite a bit with these karts, the chain coming off. And we'll know in a moment whether or not the 63 will be coming back on the track. And probably a similar story with the 2 of Blake Watson, as safety crew had to push that kart over to the pit lane. Matt and Danny's No Frills in Grand Bend just joined the Loop Resource Problem. If you're wondering what Loop is, it is an organization that the Petting Zoo and Rescue Ranch here at the grounds is a part of. So Loop takes any unsold food from grocers and diverts it away from the landfill to those who need it in our communities. Loop, first and foremost, helps those who get this food to local charities to feed people. Whatever food that is unsuitable to be donated or distributed does not go to waste. It is happily devoured by animals of grateful local farmers, including our animals at the Rescue Ranch here. And Matt and Danny's No Frills just joined the Loop Resource Program, and the Rescue Ranch was their first pickup. Thanks to No Frills and Grand Bend for participating in this sustainable initiative. A special thank you to our track media for their help throughout the season. April Wilson of Wilson's Photography for taking the photos, and checkerflagmedia.com for the official video replay and live stream supplier on the track. Drivers getting the signal to double up. And we are 8 laps complete, 12 laps to go of our 20-lap feature race here. Getting word from the pits just to wait for the 2 to come back on the track. And we have the 9 of Ethan Lloyd in the grass here during the caution. And again, these karts getting a little loose in the wind here tonight. Just a quick little push and the 9's up and running again. And we got word that the 2 of Blake Watson is on the way out of the pits and should be joining the track momentarily here. Race control letting us know that we are coming up on our 5 minutes left in our time allotted for our youth micro sprints. And we have the 2, Blake Watson will be joining the pack now as she makes her way on the track. We are going to be a white flag this time by for the 6 of Alexis Eaton, the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd, 57 of Maxon Dessat, the 90 of Payson Lamont, the 63 of Charlotte Arend, the 23W of Weston O'Connor, the 75 of Killian Collins, the 12 of Jackson O'Connor. And the drivers come out of turn 4. And we are once again green flag here at Grand Bend Speedway with the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd taking the lead here from the 6 of Alexis Eaton on the high side. Coming into turn 4 now. Again, that's your leader, the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd, followed by the 6 of Alexis Eaton and the 90 of Paisley Lamont with the 57 of Maxon Dessat overtaking the 90 on the high side on the back straightaway. trying to get that third place position. That's your battle to watch for here. The 90 still coming out victorious though, but watch out because we have a battle now for first place between the 6 of Alexis Eaton and the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd coming into turn 4, with Eaton hot on the tail of Lloyd. You can just see the drivers bumping around here in their car. It looks like the 6X of Lloyd's able to get away from the 6 of Eaton. But now we have a three-way battle for third place, though, cooking up, entering the back straightaway now. That's your 2 of Blake Watson, overtaking the 90 of Payson Lamont, and the 57 of Maxon Desat. And your running order looks like this. That's the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd in the lead, the 6 of Alexis Eaton, the 2 of Blake Watson, the 90 of Lamont, and the 57 of Desat fighting for that 4th place position. The 39 of Landon Moore, the 23W of Weston O'Connor, and the 9 of Ethan Lloyd. 5 laps to go this time by for your leaders, the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd and the 6 of Alexis Eaton. Again, these are the top 3 drivers. We've seen these 3 drivers in victory lane quite a bit this season. They know their way around this track. And now we have that battle for 2nd place between Eaton and Watson. 3 laps to go here. And we have the 2 just behind the 6. We're going to be 2 laps to go. The 75 Killian Collins is the lap traffic here. That'll be interesting as these drivers make the way around. That gains lots of valuable space for that 6 of Alexis Eaton. We're going to be white flag. We are 1 lap to go for your leaders here at the start-finish line. Coming out of turn 3, going into turn 4. Your leader, the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd, checkered flag for Lloyd. The 6 of Alexis Eaton in 2nd, the 2 of Blake Watson in 3rd, followed by the 57 of Maxon Desat, the 39 Landon Moore, 90 of Payson Lamont, the 9 of Ethan Lloyd, the 12 of Jackson O'Connor, the 23W of Weston O'Connor, the 75 of Killian Collins, the 63 of Charlotte Arend, and the 91 of Connor Gilmore. And I'll be down at the track. Speak to your winners. Alrighty, race fans, put your hands together for your winner, the 6X of Maxwell Lloyd. Congrats on a great run, man. What was it like?
The car was really fast, and I got pretty lucky that the 2 had an upset.
Awesome. Who do you want to thank tonight for putting you in the seat?
Custom Food Power, London Drive System, Williams Mobile Service, IFH Designs, my dad, my mom, my friend for coming out, and the track for putting me here.
Let's go together, Maxwell Lloyd. All right, over to 2nd place, the 6 of Alexis Eaton. How was it tonight? What was it like?
It was very crazy in the seat tonight. I thought I would have possession there, but I was just trying to maintain that second place position for the rest of the race, and I ended up getting it.
Awesome. Who do you want to thank tonight?
I want to thank Extreme Metalworks, NTM Bearings, Motion Canada, my mom, my dad, Gordon Tabitha for letting me race here, my Nana for coming out tonight, and some of my hockey friends for coming out tonight to watch me.
Awesome. That's the 6 of Alexis Eaton. Over here with the 2 of Blake Watson. Congrats on a great run. What was it like?
Thank you. When I stopped there, fuel line came off, something broke inside of it, so we had to replace that. I personally don't think they should have started without me, but it's whatever. I got back up. It's a great run, but unfortunately, we could have had it tonight if they had just waited for me just one more lap, but it's all right.
Okay, you still got the podium finish. Who do you want to thank tonight?
Tonight I want to thank Stickers and Scuffs, Ladies of the Oval, Derek's Mowers and Blowers, my mom, my dad, my grandma, my grandpa. Special thanks to Colin Klumper. He helped me out a lot tonight, even though the car wasn't running too well during the heats and practices.
Awesome. You heard it. Put your hands together for our winners of our youth micro sprints. Up next will be our Outlaw sprinters, 9 horsepower carts for their main event here.
Tonight's racing is brought. There's a new project on the grounds of Grand Bend Speedway. Alongside their love for racing, Tabitha and Gord have a passion for helping animals. They started to bring home animals that needed rehoming for various reasons in December of 2025. Their goal is to offer them a new forever home where they can feel loved, safe, and comfortable around people and their surroundings. People are welcome to come and visit the farm anytime, any day of the week, which currently features a mini horse, goats, mini pigs, chickens, geese, and much more. Families love dropping by the rescue ranch when visiting Grand Bend Speedway and Go-Kart Center. The Petting Zoo and Rescue Ranch is pleased to be part of Loop, which takes unsold food from grocers and diverts it away from landfill to those who need it in our communities. Loop, first and foremost, helps get this food to local charities to feed people. Whatever food is unsuitable to be donated or distributed does not go to waste. It's happily devoured by the animals of grateful local farmers, including our animals at the Rescue Ranch. Matt and Danny's No Frills in Grand Bend just joined the Loop Resource program. The Rescue Ranch was their first pickup. Thanks to No Frills in Grand Bend for participating in this sustainable initiative. For more information on events at Grand Bend Speedway, visit grandbendspeedway.ca. Tonight's racing at Grand Bend Speedway is brought to you by Leaf Racewear, McCann Ready Mix, Lambton Sanitation, Brander Steel Industries, Action Trailers, CarQuest Auto Parts Park Hill, Robson Scrap Metals, and Country Corners.
We have our 9 horsepower Outlaw micro sprints. These are the ramped up versions of the junior sprints. These vehicles are larger and built for adults. Now, these are 9 horsepower, and some people listen to those sizes and think that their lawnmower has close to that horsepower. But let me tell you, your lawnmower isn't geared up and set up like this. When drivers hit the setup just right, these 9 horsepower sprints put on some of the best racing you'll see on any short track anywhere. Like the junior sprints, there's no springs or suspension in these cars. The main adjustments teams will make for handling are tire pressures or changing the gear size to suit a driver's preferences. That 33, your lead car over there is Mike Beneteau, the 67 Olivia Curtis, the 99 Tyson Fusil, the 13 Ray Janice Jr., the 12 Gareth McLean, the 52 Carter Nickel, the 2 of Will McLean, the 90 Keegan Lamont, and the 23 of Ethan Cedamaneas. And that'll be your running order for the 25 laps main event of our Outlaw micro sprints. Drivers getting their tires warmed up, steering left and right. Gift certificates can be used for any purchase at Grand Bend Speedway, including go-karts and event tickets to the races. Speedway bucks are available at grandbendspeedway.ca and make a fantastic gift. For a full list of events and everything going on at Grand Bend Speedway, visit grandbendspeedway.ca, and while you're there, you can sign up for our email newsletter so you stay informed. Driver is getting the signal to double up, and again, your lead position car will be the 33 of Mike Beneteau, the 67 Olivia Curtis on the outside, the 99 of Tyson Fusil, the 13 of Ray Janice Jr., the 12 of Gareth McLean, the 52 Carter Nickel, the 2 of Will McLean, the 90 of Keegan Lamont, and the 23 of Ethan Sidamaneas, starting in that 9th place position. And these drivers see the green flag, it flies, and we are racing with our Outlaw 9 horsepower sprints. And again, Beneteau and Olivia Curtis in the lead already. They are fighting at it here. The 67 takes the inside and is able to take that first place position. But not for long, because that 33 at Beneteau is going to go on the inside of Olivia Curtis and reclaim his position here. But that's close, but Olivia Curtis in the 67 came out ahead. And again, these drivers, they are tight. They are pedal to the metal. And your running order looks like this. That's the 67 of Olivia Curtis, the 33 of Mike Beneteau, the 12 of Gareth McLean, the 13 of Ray Janice Jr., the 99 of Tyson Fusil, the 2 of Will McLean, the 90 of Keegan Lamont, the 52 of Carter Nickel, the 23 of Ethan Sidamaneas. But watch out for Beneteau, because the 12 of McLean is now on the inside, about half a car length beside Beneteau here. And he'll take that second place position for 20 laps to go. Again, your leaders, the 67, Olivia Curtis, the 12, Gareth McLean, the 33, Mike Beneteau, all together here at the start-finish line. With the 12 of McLean, goes on the inside, completes the pass. That's good for the first place position. But watch out, where did he come from? The 99, Tyson Fusil, has joined the battle now. Is now in third place and is making a shot for the leaders. With the 13 of Ray Janice Jr. in that third place position. And folks, that's racing here at Grand Bend Speedway with these Outlaw micro sprints. As we have a hot battle between the 67, the 12, the 99, and the 13. They all want that first place position. The question is, can the 67 defend it? Now the 12 of Gareth McLean gets some action, but the 99 of Tyson Fusil makes the pass. Is now in that first place position, followed by the 67 of Olivia Curtis. And now the 12 of Gareth McLean wanting to take that third place from the 13 of Ray Janice Jr. With 14 laps to go. We have some interesting action here with the 12 between the 33 and the 23. Sorry, the 13. And we've seen quite the position changes here. Halfway this time by for your leader. The 99 of Tyson Fusil, the 67 of Olivia Curtis, 12 of Gareth McLean, the 33 of Mike Beneteau, 13 of Ray Janice Jr. Now gets on the inside of Beneteau, coming into turn 3, gets on the grass, loses a bit of momentum. With the 2 of Will McLean, not far behind the 13 of Janice Jr. The 2 is catching up. But again, that battle right now for that third place position between the 12 of Gareth McLean, the 33 of Mike Beneteau. You can see Beneteau just right behind the 12. About car length and a half behind him. With your leader, the 99 of Tyson Fusil. A nice, healthy lead ahead of the fellow competition here. The 67 Olivia Curtis in second, the 12 of McLean in third. But not for long, because 12 will take the second place from Curtis. With the 33 of Mike Beneteau, good for third. It is now going to challenge the 12 for that second place position. With just 7 laps to go here. And the 33 of Beneteau comes out on top for that second place position, followed by the 12 of McLean, trying to get back in there. But that is your leader in the back straightaway, the 99 of Tyson Fusil. But all eyes here are on the 33 of Beneteau, the 12 of McLean, and the 67 of Curtis, and the 13 of Ray Janice Jr. Those are your battles to watch for here, with just 5 laps to go at the start-finish line. And we are almost 3 wide there for a second, with the 67 of Olivia Curtis challenging the 13 for that third place position. And again, your leader, the 99 of Tyson Fusil, up ahead, just miles ahead here. And we are 2 laps to go for your leader. We got sparks flying on the 67 of Curtis. Just absolute trail of sparks here. Curtis takes the high side, and we have a spin as the 13 of Janice Jr. hits the wall, and the 33 of Beneteau ends up in the grass. The caution is out. Let's look at that replay. So as the 67 has sparks flying, gets the direction to pull up to the high side from race control. And then the 33 of Beneteau spins around, and the 13 of Janice Jr. gets caught in the spinning Beneteau. Safety crews attending to the drivers, checking out that 67 and the 13 Janice Jr. The 13 hops out of his cart. Safety crew will be pushing the 67 to the pits and loading the 13 of Janice Jr.'s cart onto the trailer. Drivers go on the inside to clear away for the 67. It looks like your order under caution here will be this. The 99 of Tyson Fusil will have to sacrifice some of that lead that he had on the other carts, as the 12 of Gareth McLean will be starting behind him. The 2 of Will McLean will be in the third place position. The 13 of Ray Janice Jr. I believe that's the 13. I'll get a better look at it here. Sorry, the 33 of Mike Beneteau, that third place. The 23 of Ethan Cedemeneus, the 52 of Carter Nickel, And the 2 stalled out of Will McLean here just before the start-finish line. Marbolt Fasteners in Strathroy. In a need-it-now world, nothing is worse than not being able to take your soybeans off, not finish a fabrication job, or even finish the bed frame for families staying the weekend because of a few bolts you couldn't find in town. With over 10,000 different items in stock, we are your solution. Locally owned and operated, visit marbolts.com. Safety crew gives the 2 a push. And now we have the lineup after some adjustments here. With the 99 of Tyson Fusil, the 12 of Gareth McLean, the 23 of Ethan Cita Maneas, the 52 of Carter Nickel, the 90 of Keegan Lamont, the 33 of Mike Beneteau, and again, this will be interesting because we have just 3 laps to go when we are set for green, which means that your leader, Tyson Fusil, he won't have that lead that he had for most of the race. So it will be some tough competition here between the other Outlaw sprinters. You're going to want to watch for that 33 of Mike Beneteau. Even though he's starting at the back, it won't take long for him to catch up to the leaders, as he knows how to find his way throughout the track here. Just waiting for the 2 of Will McLean to make his way back on the track from the pits. And Camp Canada RV and Corporate Motorsports now have a home location serving the Grand Bend area for the 2026 season. They are excited to spend the summer at Grand Bend Speedway, bringing everything you need for your next adventure, all in one place. Whether you're looking for a new golf cart, camper trailer, ATV, side-by-side, or simply want to check out what's new, they've got a great lineup on display all summer long. Find them here at Grand Bend Speedway and Go-Kart Center, open 7 days a week all summer. Stop by, say hello, explore our inventory, and see why Camp Canada RV is your fast track to your next adventure. Drivers turning around, keeping their wheels nice and warm for our sprint for the finish when we go for green. Drivers getting the signal to double up. And once again, this will be a nasty battle for that first place position, as that lead that Tyson Fusil had is no more. You're going to see these drivers give it all they got for these last 3 laps. Coming around to the white flag. And it looks like we'll be starting without the 2. Or sorry, correction, the 2 is on his way and will join the pack when they go by. But they're coming out of turn 3, they're going into turn 4. They see the green flag, and once again, we are racing again here at Grand Bend Speedway. With just 3 laps to go for your leader, the 99 of Tyson Fusil, followed closely by the 12 of Gareth McLean, the 23 of Ethan Cedamaneas. Cedamaneas takes that 2nd place position. And they're chasing that leader down, just 2 laps to go. Can he keep it? Your leader a couple cars ahead of the 2nd and 3rd place. White flag this time by. 1 lap to go here. The 99 of Tyson Fusil in that 1st place position. We have the 33 of Mike Benito joining the pack here up front. But that's going to be a checkered flag for the 99 of Tyson Fusil, the 12 of Gareth McLean, the 33 of Mike Benito, the 23 of Ethan Cedamaneas, the 90 of Keegan Lamont, the 52 of Carter Nickel, and the number 2 of Will McLean. And I'll be down in a moment trackside with your drivers. All right, fans, put your hands together for the 99 of Tyson Fusil, your winner. Congrats on a great run, man. You were speedy, man. What was that like?
Oh, it was a long go. Like that race felt forever, but we at the end of the day we got it done. So it was pretty good.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, you had quite the lead before that caution, and then after that caution, with just 3 laps to go, the real question was, can you keep that place? So, you know, I think you found your flow state, man, because you kept that 1st place. Who would you like to thank tonight?
I would like to thank everyone coming out to watch. I want to thank my mom for coming out, my sister. I want to thank all my sponsors, Bombshell Hair and Wellness Studios down in London, Ace Auto Parts in Ingersoll, and Ballsy Motorsports, and my dad for bringing me out tonight, and just everyone racing really well, except that unfortunate thing that happened in the corner that really hurt the flow of everyone, but I hope everyone's okay, and that's all I got. So
awesome. Once again, put your hands together. The 99 of Tyson Fusil. Next up will be our pro sprints for 25 laps of their feature race in a moment.
John Houghton here for Grand Bend Speedway with Carson from Camp Canada RV. Carson, you got some stuff to show us today. What do you want to show us?
Absolutely. We have here our B-Volt. This is our 4Motion golf cart here. The MSRP price is $11,900. It is a 72-volt electric with LED lead-acid batteries. You have your McPherson independent suspension. You got 4-corner disc brakes. This thing is not just a campground cruiser. It's a racetrack cruiser as well, guys.
And where can people come and see this vehicle and have a look at it?
Right here at Grand Bend Speedway. Take care, guys.
Grand Bend Family Go-Karts is open throughout the summer, including on race days. When you visit the beach at Grand Bend, this is one stop you've got to make. Karts run on our quarter-mile tri-oval track. Adult karts and ride-along kids karts available. Call ahead or visit grandbendspeedway.ca for daily operating hours.
There's a
All right, you can listen to that distinctive engine as we have our Pro Sprints now on the track. These are a new and growing series here at Grand Bend Speedway. These vehicles are a refresh on the 440 division that ran at the track years ago. These scaled sprints have a wing on the roof for downforce and are powered by snowmobile engines. If you have an old 440 sitting in the garage, these vehicles are in demand. Contact the track office or list your old 440 on the track classifieds and watch as it gets new life here on the track. Or better yet, bring it out yourself and have some fun this summer. The 31 of Adrian Kemps will be your lead position car here. The 31K of Brent Kemps will be starting in the second place, and that's your father-son duo. The 01 of Logan Chapman will be starting in that third place, and the 4 of Jonathan Van Grinsven will be in that fourth place position for the 25 laps of the Pro Sprint feature. We are white flag. We are just one lap to go before these beasts let loose here. And it's the calm before the storm for these sprinters. As they stay in their formation here, they are gonna give it when they see that green. And it's gonna be loud, and it's gonna be even more windy when these machines are fired up. And it's green flag, and we are racing here for 25 laps in our Pro Sprints. All right, well, we have a spin. Again, that's the 31K, I believe. Nope, sorry, the 31 of Adrian Kemps spun around there in turn 4 just on his own. And then as he was spinning, the 31K bumping into him there. And again, we've seen a lot of spins here in turn 2 tonight due to that wind. So those two involved cars will be starting in the back. So that's the 01 of Logan Chapman, the 4 of Jonathan Van Grinsven, and then your involved cars, the 31 of Adrian Kemps, the 31K of Brent Kemps. All right, so this will be the start. 25 laps to go. We are green flag, and we are racing. Let's see if they can make it around this turn, and they keep it straight. We are good to go with the 01 of Logan Chapman in the lead, followed closely behind by the 31, both 31s here, who are now in second, sorry, the 31K of Brent Kemps, who's in second place, the 4 of Jonathan Van Grinsven, defending that third place from the 31 of Adrian Kemps. It's hard to keep track of those 31s. But now we have that battle for first place between Brent and Logan Chapman. And the 31K takes the inside. And that's good for that first place position. But the 01 following behind in the second place. These cars are just roaring by here. Drivers get up to speed, they spread out a bit. But that battle to watch for is going to be cooking up for that third place between the 4 of Jonathan Van Grinsven and the 31 of Adrian Kemps. You're going to see that car try to make that pass relatively soon. That's your battle to watch for coming into turn 2. As the 31 tries to close the gap here. And again, your running order looks like this. That's the 31K of Brent Kemps, the 01 of Logan Chapman, the 4 of Jonathan Van Grinsven, and the 31 of Adrian Kemps. We are 17 laps to go. For the fast pedal to the metal racing here. And like I said, that battle that was cooking up between the 4 and the 31. over into turn 4. That'll be a battle that'll be cooking up shortly. As you can see the ground that the 31 is slowly but surely gaining. The 4 gets a little loose, loses a little bit of momentum, but is still in that 3rd place, but the 31's trying to close the gap here. And it's going to be halfway this time by for your leader, the 31K of Brent Kemps, the 01 of Logan Chapman, and the 31 of Adrian Kemps. Oh, but we have a spin around. That's the 01 of Chapman who got loose on turn 2. Caution's out, he's in the grass. Is able to pull the car back on the track, get it pointed in the right direction. And that's going to be interesting, because now we have our two 31s who will be starting in the lead position after the caution. Drivers are doubled up. One more lap to go. Oh, and race controls. Gonna single file them out here actually. We're gonna go back to the caution. We're actually gonna move the order around a little bit. Race control giving one the direction to go to the back. And again, as that 01 was that caution involved car earlier, race control is trying to let him know to go to the back. Alrighty, and this will be your proper order now, going to the white flag. The 31K of Brent Kemps will be that lead car. The 4 of Jonathan Van Grinsven will be starting in that 2nd place. The 31 of Adrian Kemps will be in 3rd, and the 01 of Logan Chapman will be starting in 4th. Drivers doubling up after they get themselves all sorted out here after that caution. We're going to be green flag next time by here. And once again, it's the calm before the storm, before these beasts get unleashed here. And they see the green, and they go. They are pedal to the metal. They are picking up speed with that 31K of Brent Kemps in the lead. Now watch out, the 01 of Logan Chapman takes that 3rd place position. Is now gonna challenge the 4th place car for 2nd. But isn't quite closing the gap there yet. Again, your leader, the 31K, Brent Kemps. The 4 of Jonathan Van Grinsven. The 01, Logan Chapman. The 31 of Adrian Kemps. With 11 laps to go here. Your leader, the 31K. Nice, healthy lead in front, but that again, that's the battle to watch for here, though. Well, really between that 4 of the 4 of Jonathan Van Grinsven and the 01 of Logan Chapman. Yeah, that's for 2nd place, but these are going to be the cars that will be catching up to each other soon. Car is getting a little loose in turn 4, but they keep it straight. You can see a little bit of sparks flying at the back of the 31 in that turn as he goes into the turns here. And then it stops on the straightaways. And then more sparks. As you can see, the back right side of the tire just glowing. 5 laps to go this time by. The 01 takes the inside of the 4. And as you can see on that 31, those are the brakes that are glowing, as there's one brake rotor on the back of these vehicles. And these vehicles pick up a lot of speed, and those brakes heat up quick when those drivers use them. And the 31 of Adrian Kemps makes the pass on the inside of the 01 of Logan Chapman. 2 laps to go this time by. It's going to be a white flag for the 31K of Brent Kemps. That nice, healthy lead. He is going to celebrate as he comes out of turn 4, and it is checkered flag for the 31K of Brent Kemps, the 31 of Adrian Kemps, the 01 of Logan Chapman, and the 4 of Jonathan Van Grinsman. Drivers taking a victory lap here to bleed off some speed, cool down their cars. And I'll be down at the track with your winner. Drivers opening up their roof door. Alrighty, race fans, put your hands together for the 31K of Brent Kemps, your winner. Alrighty, let's go to the front of your car here. Congrats, Brent. That was a really great run, man. You had quite the lead there. You're pretty speedy. What was that like, man? Put me in the seat. What was it like?
It was enjoyable. The first lap, touch around to the 31. That was an oopsie on my part. I was all over the brake pedal. There just wasn't enough brake pedal for all my foot. But no, it was for how windy of an evening it is here. It's finally, probably for the very few handful times in my life, I've actually felt what the wing's doing, either to help you or to hinder what the setup is we're doing on through the week. It's hard to predict this kind of weather. It's beautiful, but definitely the breeziest I've ever raced in. So it was a whole new dynamic, just doing a few changes to both cars to make sure that we were going to be more competitive in the second feature, saying that the breeze wasn't going to calm down. So besides that, I had a good time. I hope, I don't think I touched them too hard. It was a gentle poke, I feel, at best. But I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we're all having fun. We put on a good show. Congratulations, Cody Coburn in the 4-car for being the first time in Jonathan's car. I know he raced here several years ago. Good to see the car out here, and if Cody had to fill the seat tonight, I'm sure Jonathan's pleased that any input he could give back to him to just make the car better or just have some fun with it. So it was good to see 4-car field. We're all pretty close, putting on a good show. It was a great night.
Awesome. And who do you want to thank tonight, Brent?
First of all, I got to thank my crew and my dad. During between working straight midnights and overtime and stuff like that, these cars still get ready to go every time we have to go to the track. So between Dad, Brady, Zach, and Pat that couldn't be here tonight, I want to thank them for sure, first and foremost, for doing everything to make sure these cars look as good and perform as good as they can, night in, night out. Of course, our own sponsors, Performance Unlimited General Metal Products, Wolfworks, Motorcycle Machine, Larry Knott Fiberglass Fabrication, and our own little project, or whatever, our own little deal in the shop that makes these, builds these cars, makes them fast, ASA Custom Fabrication.
Awesome. Put your hands together at 31K, Brent Kemps. I'm over here with Adrian Kemp, 31. Congrats on a great run, man.
Thank you. I think I made a little excitement today again. I haven't had very good luck the last few times I've been out. I've been into the wall, kind of bent a few things up, but we got it back together, and it's something Brent and I do. This is our fun. This is our kind of chaos to, have the cars looking good, have them running good, and I have to thank a lot him and our guys that help us. At my age, I need a little more time to get in and out, so but we're having fun. It's something we do together. We have a lot of fun, and they're a good car to run. They're a safe car, and this is a beautiful size track for these cars.
Awesome. And who would you like to thank tonight?
Same sponsors Brent mentioned. My big supporter is him, getting me in this car and doing this together.
Awesome. Again, that was the 31, Adrian Kemp. Over here, the 01 of Logan Chapman. Congrats on the podium finish. What was it like, man?
Just crazy. Just that start of the race, that was a close one.
Awesome. And who would you like to thank tonight?
After Hours Automotive, Mods Variety, Stickers and Scuffs, Lions Fab, Baker, Mars Comfort Tech. That's it.
Awesome. Again, these are your winners for our Pro Sprint main event. Next up will be our 4-cylinder compact cars for their 25-lap feature.
In the pits with the 85 of Ryan Clark. Ryan, great to see you tonight.
You too.
So you're in the youth micro sprint division. When did you get started racing?
3 years ago now.
So what got you involved? What was it that attracted you to getting involved in motorsports at Grand Bend Speedway?
Well, just watching NASCAR really on TV.
Right on. And so you're watching on TV. What is it that, so how were you able to, did you come out and see the cars first? Did you watch a race, in person? What was it that allowed your family to make the leap and actually get you behind the wheel of this kart?
Came like 5 years ago, came to watch to see if I liked it, then came out to race the next year.
Okay, so you've been working away on this car. What are your expectations this season? What are you looking forward to trying to pull off out there?
Trying to get at least a feature win, some podiums.
Right on. Who you want to thank for putting you in the seat this year?
My dad and my grandpa, they've been doing a lot of work with the car, and my mom, my grandma, my grandpa.
All right, that's Ryan Clark in the 85. Keep an eye out for him in the youth micro sprint division at Grand Bend Speedway. Down here with Jamie Ball at Grand Bend Speedway for the 4-cylinder compacts. Jamie, welcome back to Grand Bend Speedway.
Thank you.
So how did you get into racing, Jamie?
I started out here on the safety crew, and then I decided I want to get into racing, so I bought a bone stock, and then, so.
So you felt like you wanted to get a little bit closer to the action. The safety crew, helping the cars and drivers out there on the track, but do you think it's going to be you who needs help this season, or how are you feeling?
I hope no trouble this year, so hopefully everything goes good, and we'll see how things go.
And what's been your experience out here so far?
So far, so good. And I just ran my best lap time today, so I'm happy with that.
Well, that's great. Anyone you want to thank for helping you out in the car this year? Any crew out there?
I want to thank Nathan Rhea, Gary Triska, my wife Corinne, my son Matthew, my father-in-law Kelly, and April Wilson's photography for helping us out, Gord and Tabitha, and the outside diner there.
So that's Jamie Ball. You can look for him in the 4-cylinder compact series right here at Grand.
Alrighty, welcome to the track. Our 4-cylinder compact cars for their 25 laps. Their main event. These are sometimes called the bone stocks, and they provide a low-cost option for getting into full-size racing using cars that are readily available through scrap yards. The name 4-cylinder describes the engine size of these and most small street vehicles driven by fans. If you watch closely, you might even see a make or model of a car you've driven yourself on the road. So at 82, Jamie Ball will be starting in the lead position. The number 07 of Nick Ramsey will be starting in second. And the 48H Braden Hilchey will be starting in third. As the drivers have doubled up, they are waiting for the green flag here, ready to pounce for 25 laps around the quarter-mile bull ring here at Grand Bend Speedway. It's going to be the white flag. 1 lap to go. And again, we saw some tight racing between these cars in our qualifiers earlier in the evening. And once these drivers come out of this turn, they'll be set loose as it is green flag, and it is pedal to the metal for the 4-cylinder compacts for 25 laps. And we have the 07 of Nick Ramsey in that lead position, followed by the 2 of Jamie Ball, the 48H of Braden Hilchey. That 07 just sending it with the 82 and the 48H battling it out for second place here shortly, coming into turn 3 at the start-finish line. This is going to be your battle to keep your eye on right now, as the tires are squealing here. The 07 of Nick Ramsey, a nice healthy lead in front. The 82 of Jamie Ball in second. Closely contested by the 48H of Braden Hilchey, who will go on the inside of the 82 in turn 3 and make the pass for that second place position. 21 laps to go here. And again, that's your leader, the 07 of Nick Ramsey. On the back straightaway. A nice healthy lead ahead of his competitors here. We have the 82 of Jamie Ball picking up speed. He made his best lap time, 15.116 seconds for the quarter mile. We are 17 laps to go for your leader. Again, that's the 07, but again, you just want to keep your eyes on the 48H and the 82. As that 82 is going to try to catch up and take back his second place position. And you can just hear the cars backfiring as they get across that start-finish line. It's going to be 13 laps to go for your leader, that 07. Followed by the 48H of Braden Hilchey and the 82 of Jamie Ball. And it's going to be halfway this time by for your leader, Nick Ramsey. "12 laps to go here. As you can see, that 07 has just found the sweet spot tonight, as he is able to keep it a good, healthy 3/4 of a lap ahead of the second and third place cars here. But that's going to be interesting, as not long from now he's going to be approaching that lap traffic. And you can see whether these drivers are going to stay on the inside and let him pass on the outside, or go on the outside to let him keep that momentum. The 82 just giving chase to the 48H, but Braden Hilchey is not letting up here. Again, your leader, the 7 of Nick Ramsey, running a 14.825 second lap, which is about 0.3 seconds faster than the second and third place cars. And you can see the difference that is made 20 laps in, as with 5 laps to go, he is now caught up to his competitors, and he will be making the pass on the outside for those lap cars. And the 07 approaches the 48H. And he is still behind the 48H, but again, he is your lead car. And it's going to be 2 laps to go for him at the start-finish line here. He's going to take the high side of Braden Hilchey, and he's going to send it to complete that pass with 1 lap to go for your leader, that 07 of Nick Ramsey. He is your lead car by a lap, and he comes out of turn 4, and he crosses the line. It's checkered flag for the 07 of Nick Ramsey, your winner, followed by the 48H of Braden Hilchey in second, and the 82 of Jamie Ball in third for your 4-cylinder compacts. And I'll be down trackside with the winner. Alrighty, put your hands together for your winner, the 07 of Nick Ramsey. Alrighty, congrats on a great run, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, who would you like to thank tonight for putting you in the seat?
First and foremost, car owner Jack Van Urk, Brandy Point Service, for preparing a great race car and letting me drive it.
Awesome, and you heard it, your winner, the 07, Nick Ramsey. So folks, that will be our main races here at Grand Bend Speedway. Up next we have Killian Collins in the 75 ripping around the track in our kid stock program. But again, that wraps up for the main events here. We're so grateful you guys came out to this windy but beautiful night here at Grand Bend. And we're super excited to see you guys next week for some more awesome racing. And it looks like that Killian Collins in the 75 will be joined by a couple more people. Once again, the 82, and it looks like maybe the 48H will also be joining the fray. And we'll give Killian Collins the time to get in the car and get ready.
Down here with Carter Nickel in the pits at Grand Bend Speedway. Carter, great to see you.
It's good to see you too, John.
So it's the number 52 Outlaw Sprint, and we've seen huge growth in participation in the Outlaw Sprints this year. What's going on in the Outlaw Sprints that so many drivers are choosing this division now?
Well, it's a really cheap and fun division to get into. These cars only cost a couple $1,000s compared to what the late models would be, and they're so fast that I don't think there's any division out there where you can go full throttle 120 kilometers an hour around a racetrack with 12 other cars.
So in terms of as an entry-level division, a vehicle that's easy to transport, you know, you don't need a huge hauler to move this thing around. This thing, a lot of fun to drive on the track, I hear.
Oh yeah, this is the biggest adrenaline rush I've ever had.
5 of Killian Collins. And he will be joined in this kid stock race here by the 48H of Braden Hiltje and the 82 of Jamie Ball. They'll be giving him some more practice. And the cool thing is this will be his first time racing one of these full-size bone stocks with 2 other racers. And again, this will be 15 laps for the practice division here to give Killian Collins some experience. Drivers doubling up. Okay, Terry has the green flag in his hand. He is going to be waving it as these cars see it. They send it. Killian Collins for 15 laps. 15 laps in our kid stock. And he is on the back straightaway, but that 48H behind him is going to try to give him some chase there. Maybe incentivize him to pick it up a little bit. The 40H goes on the inside, but the 75 pulls ahead to secure his position going into that turn. And again, that 75, that is driven by the youth micro sprint kid, Killian Collins. And if you've never seen him before, you might be a little surprised at how short and small he is when he climbs out of that 75. It can be surprising to see such a little kid driving like a full-sized car, but you know, since we're on private property, he doesn't need a license to drive one of these cars. Which means that if getting your kids into racing is something you guys are thinking about right now, this could be a wonderful opportunity to give them some fun, give them some experience. And we will be 10 laps to go for the 75, Killian Collins. And that Pontiac Sunfire. But the 48H goes on the inside, but the 75, once again, defends his position. '75 of Killian Collins, 18.7 seconds for that lap time. It's going to be halfway this time by for him. 7 laps to go. And the 48H gives him something to chase after as he pulls ahead of the 75. And Killian will take the inside going into this turn. And it'll be 5 laps to go this time for Killian. And it looks like that the 48H of Braden Hilchey actually ran his best lap time this time around. But it's all eyes on Killian here as he is in that lead position. And it will be 2 laps to go for that 75. As he goes on the high side in the back straightaway, goes back on the inside of that turn 3. You can see he's just trying to get that groove, trying to learn where to put that car. And it's 1 lap to go for Killian Collins in that 75. Goes into turn 4, and he's at the checkered flag at the start-finish line. Killian Collins, kid stock, 15 laps. He's the winner. And I will be down at trackside to chat with Killian. Alrighty, race fans, put your hands together for Killian Collins in the 75. Let's make your way over here, Killian. I gotta tell you, man, you drive a race car better than me. I've never even been in one. So what was it like driving around the track, man?
Good.
You see,
Actual thing is, I think you put in my seat is my parents and all my sponsors.
and who are your sponsors? Who would you like to thank?
I don't want to say it.
That's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Killian Collins in the 75 kid stock with some help from his dad here for the photo for his feature win in the kid stock program. And folks, race fans, this will be the end of our events tonight here at Grand Bend Speedway. I thank you so much for sticking around and enjoying the night of fun racing with us. My name is JP Tomaszewski, and goodbye until next time.